We got new Raw Tag Team champs. We got a new 24/7 champion. Ricochet's going to SummerSlam, and Samoa Joe and his mullet is in the main event. Get excited like Arkansas did for HBK's theme music, because the Monday Night Raw After Show starts right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Wait for that Mac Lish. Oh, yeah. See, I love it. SummerSlam season's upon us. We're about 2 Sundays away from one of the greatest events of the year. I'm Flobo Boyce. I'm so glad to be part on your life and second screen, the Monday Night After Show. Come to you live from Little Rock, Arkansas. But before we get to all of that, I want to introduce my panel. To my immediate left, she is the Canadian assassin, one of my favorite people in the whole world, Miss TK Trinidad. How you doing?
Thank you for picking me up from the airport.
Oh, no problem, man. LAX, I understand.
Came in from Dallas. Flobo came to LAX and picked me up from the airport. That is a big thing, folks. People don't pick up people from the airport.
Word.
And he was on time.
Yeah, so, man. That midday traffic. Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, and to her left, is I think his name is D Evil. Is it?
Yes, it is. This is I, D Evil, on behalf of Josh Tariff or Christian He asked two. I don't know his name, but I came on his behalf because there's been a lot of tension. There's been a lot of beef. And I want to know from the panel, I want to come here and let you guys know that Christian feels that you guys are the far superior panel. You guys have more views. You guys have more controversy. You are clearly the A show, but he feels a little threatened by you. So I came here, me, D Evil, to let you guys know you are far superior than anything SmackDown related on the AfterBuzz After Show.
You know, D Evil, you're actually a good dude. You're misunderstood. That was a pretty dope comment. Appreciate that.
No problem at all. You know, it's one of those things where people like I asked Evan for a favor and he came through in the clutch. You see what I'm saying? And it's one of those weird things that's going on. I watched both shows and I realized, Christian, what is your problem? Josh, what is your problem? Christian or Josh, what is your problem with the Raw After Show? I realized they are dynamite. They're ethnically diverse. We also realize when Gabby's not around, the show doesn't do as well.
Oh, shout out to Gabby, man.
Shout out to Gabby Loren.
She's a good job.
I am the evil and I have spoken.
Okay, thanks, D. And two,
wonder what Evan Mack
is it his or its left? We have the original, the Second City Saints, #Heel Jim Alexander. How you doing, man?
It's time for a promo, I think. I think we're gonna start the show with a promo. Yeah. Where's my camera?
Oh, he's getting a promo. What is going on?
This is out to all my fans out there, specifically one in particular, my favorite, Josh Tariff. Josh Tariff, also known as Christian Rosenberg. And I am the Jim Alexander. The only difference between us, Josh, I heard your, pitch and promo on Tuesday night. I actually tuned in for once, for a few seconds. The difference between us, you said I couldn't get over. And the thing that makes me think that I don't need a bad gimmick name to get over. I just get over as Jim Alexander. I don't need Christian Rosenberg, Evil Devil, Josh Tariff, if that's a gimmick. I don't need that because here's the thing. I've been over before here. I am over right now.
Correct.
And I will be over after I leave here. So it didn't take me 10 years, and it's not going to take me another 10 years as it's taken you to get over. And when we're talking about getting over, like, this is the thing. When I get over, I entertain. I bring entertainment. I'm the man of entertainment. When you're just allergic to entertaining. Like, you don't know what it is. It breaks out in hives and all that when it comes to entertainment. And it's bad. Like, you couldn't even, when we talk about getting over, Josh, you couldn't even, if you had a gourmet meal for a homeless animal, you wouldn't even get over with them. So when we're talking about getting over, and you mentioned me, you talk about some bingo hall or a classroom in a middle school that Jim wouldn't even, it reminded you of one that you were there with like 12 people, your first show. Listen, you're right, I wouldn't be there to begin with. So I wouldn't have 12 fans, I'd have 0 fans because I never would step in a middle school gymnasium to try to do a show for 10 years and still not get over. I'm just going to close it. There's got to be a close.
This is how we close it.
This is how we close it.
This went on so long.
I'm
Evan
Here's
again.
the close.
I'm Evan.
No.
Here's the close. Final words. Final words.
No, we're done, man.
No,
First of all,
this
we
is
gotta
what-
do this show. We have to do a Monday Night Live show.
I'll close
live
at the
with
end.
Buzz
I'll close at
TV.
the end.
I gotta do a special shout out to Mickey Bell, international
I'll close
from
at the end.
Gibraltar, who actually likes Hill Jim's moves, but Hill Jim's too busy cutting a promo. Live, coming from Arkansas. Great matchups, I thought. Just overall thoughts on the show. I'm gonna start with you, TK, because you seem sane right now. What do you think of the show?
It was actually a great show. It has me looking forward to SummerSlam, especially with Natalya. So yeah, good show for me. Probably a solid B-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, you know they get down to brass tacks, and anytime a new champion's like crowned in the right way, they build it the right way. The club came back stronger than ever. Yeah, excuse me, whatever the hell you want to call it, you know, but you know what I mean. And you look stronger with titles, and you can't always use the same trope that we don't need a title to make them look strong. Yeah. Sometimes it does carry weight when you have these guys talking all that trash and they get the title.
Good point, Dave. What do you think, Jim?
No Baron Corbin. That was his points. 2 weeks in a row. Okay.
Okay, Baron Corbin's
It was a weird show. It was kind of a wild show. I mean, you had Maria. I don't know what to think of it. It was just so goofy. It was a goofy show. Somewhat. It was entertaining but goofy. I just don't know if it progressed any storylines really moving forward towards SummerSlam. We got some announcements, but I didn't think the builds were there.
Okay, that's fair. I disagree, but that's totally fair. But I want to take the top story for me today was something we teased about in the show before, that Samoan Summit actually ended up with Roman Reigns and the Usos teaming up in an unsanctioned fight brawl with Samoa Joe and
I like it.
Drew McIntyre. Cedric Alexander gets some rub and some love action there, and of course Samoa Joe takes the L. Just overall thoughts of that being the main event of the show and their elevation of new talent. D?
Well, the promo god once again strikes terror in hearts of everyone backstage. That every time they get on that mic, they're like, "Damn, he was striking fear." That boy's like the headless horseman, man. He's like, it's terrifying when he gets on that microphone. Then, can you please lower the bar when you come out there, man? Will you please stop cutting his Academy Award-winning monologue every time you come out on the damn? But this is Little Rock. Right. Only thing Little Rock's known for is Bill Clinton. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't be coming out here and Little Rock always are putting on that kind of fire, man, and scaring people in the back. But anyways, the whole segment was amazing. Seth getting to push his fire.
He's time.
Yeah, he's talented. Hold on, wait a minute. Go ahead, kick to you. Go ahead, man. I don't want to ruin that thought. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, man. Why you go poo-poo on the brother?
Let the man speak.
Let the man speak. Go ahead, man. The evil approves. Go.
Once again, the same thing that keeps on happening. What's the worst thing? When you bring a guy out of obscurity, we haven't even seen on 205 Live, and you push him towards the main event level, you have him feuding with Drew McIntyre, getting wins over him.
Yeah.
Once again, why is he being shot to the top from being lost in a forest somewhere in Scandinavia or whatnot, and now he's back.
A lot of brothers in Scandinavia for sure. But the thing is about Cedric Alexander, he was on the roster, he wasn't being used. And it's not like he had a main event match for the title. He was in a big brawl that really wasn't an unsanctioned thing.
I like him as a wrestler. I like him as a wrestler.
What the hell's the problem?
The problem is there's no build. He goes from nowhere to the top right away.
We don't know where he's there at the moment, but we don't know what the plans are for him.
And let's be clear, the top is Seth Rollins with the title. The top is Kofi Kingston.
The top for him is wrestling is Drew McIntyre.
Nah, that's not, because Drew McIntyre ain't even at the top.
That's from the outhouse to the
Is Drew McIntyre a mid-carder right now, yes or no? Yes.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
what the hell are we talking about then?
I have no idea. Because it wasn't like
He's a
Cedric.
mid-carder right now.
If Cedric came out of nowhere and was in
And
his
beat
angle,
Seth
it'd have been
Rollins and beat Seth Rollins at SummerSlam?
Yeah,
you have a hell of a point there.
Yeah, that's like a
I'd be
universe
like,
mode.
He did come out of nowhere. We didn't even see.
No.
Last time we saw him, he was running around chasing a 24/7
That's not
title.
true.
That's not true.
Last time we saw him, he beat Drew McIntyre clean. Before that,
that's what I mean.
Before that, he got into an angle where he was taking the costume of someone else. I'm not saying he should be the next world champion, but it's not like
You act like he in the main event right now.
He was in the main event. He was involved in it.
That wasn't a match. There was no match.
That's him doing Jeff Hardy stuff, with stealing the show, jumping off top stuff. That no one does that anymore.
Yeah.
They need a guy like that.
They're trying some stuff. They're going to see how the crowd likes him. And it seems like it's working, and it does work to what they're liking. Then they're going to push him to a different angle. So they're just testing and seeing where he's going to fit in.
Start him at the bottom. Have him feud
This is
against.
not bottom enough.
That begs the question: what is the bottom of Monday Night Raw?
Straight up.
The bottom is depending on who
Fighting the guys who are 24/7 title
No,
chasers.
the bottom is whoever is writing and whoever is producing, how they like you or not. That's the bottom.
Period.
If if they're not feeling you, then you start at the bottom. If they're feeling you and they feel that you can handle a certain angle, then you're going to start start a little bit below mid card and then build up.
But he ain't doing nothing right now, Jim. You overreacted. He ain't done. What has he done? He's stolen the victory from
They're
Jim.
starting a feud with Drew McIntyre. You can see it. They're teasing it or something. They're involving him with Drew McIntyre.
I don't think he's
which
gonna
is
beat him,
craziness.
I don't know. If Drew McIntyre goes over it, it'll all be well, right?
No, that does nothing for Drew McIntyre to go over him.
I don't think so. You need someone to really reestablish the dominance. You can roll over
That's true.
Cedric,
That's true.
right? I don't know. I'm just an
He
idea.
needs to,
Drew McIntyre needs
Drew
real
McIntyre
opponent.
needs somebody else, not
Right.
Cedric.
Really? Do you have an idea in mind, or put you on the spot here? Because what would be someone that will be credible, but definitely someone they don't want like bury? So you can't say AJ because he's in the
Okay,
OC.
if
you
he's-
can't say Ricochet because he's got on that level again.
Miz.
Miz, wild card rule. Like really, being the Miz is not anything. He's okay in football. There's something called the Dalton
Destroy
scale.
Miz.
Miz
Hey.
is the Dalton scale.
Yeah, he's
being
damn-
Miz won't make you any better.
Yeah, he's
or
damn
worse.
near on a Legends contract right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Miz is a good performer. Not knocking him, but he's not. You don't get
Raw
anything
needs
over.
more faces.
That's definitely true. And
So that's
Raw
what
needs
I-
a full women's division too, but that's something we will wait for. Moving on, in our actual last match of the night was Dolph Ziggler coming out in his HBK setup getup with a match against Seth Rollins, which I gotta be honest with, these guys can go, but I was not into tonight's match. I felt like it was kind of coming out of nowhere, and we've seen this matchup before, but then Brock comes out, and there's a whole other thing with this level of brutality. Last week we talked about how is Brock versus Seth going to be different. I think they're going the hardcore angle. Jim, what do you think about this?
They've done this before. Last time we saw in WrestleMania, Seth Rollins did the same thing to him. That's all they do. That's what I mean. We were talking last week about how repetitive this feud. They have nothing for him. When they do feud, when it's either Paul Heyman versus Seth on the mic trying to do that and that doesn't work, or when they go face to face, it's one beating down the other. It's like a complete beatdown of the other. It's either Brock or Rollins or switching it off. There's nothing in between. That's why this is such a boring, lame feud with not much creativity to it.
Ooh, boring and lame, but
All I know is when Brock did what he did, it felt different, man. Brock, I just watch out to everybody out there, like Brock, like this dude's box
That's me,
office,
actually.
man.
That's my quote.
Yeah,
It's believable when he
that's
does
Flobo.
That's me, man.
I just want you to suplex people. But when he did, the time, tell me you weren't intrigued though, man. This
Tonight
dude
I was.
See, that's what I'm
Tonight I
trying to
was.
say. Just like that, he can make you change your opinion, though.
yeah, but that's like 6 months of 8 months to be going.
Good Lord, man, he comes out in the crowd. It's different, man. This dude is box office, man. He's at the top of the damn marquee, man. It's just how it goes. It ain't my fault. He walks out, beats the brakes on somebody. He's over more than everybody.
Sure.
That's just how.
And then he leaves for 3
And then he
months.
leaves in 3 months. He's just better than y'all, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, man.
That's the thing. I mean, if you told me on paper they're going to be in Little Rock and say, "Well, Brock show up,"
Dear
I'd be
God,
like, "No,
way in hell."
But
But yeah, if you had a bet in Vegas, you wouldn't bet that, would you?
But can you have a division where your champions is Gusta win that comes whenever the hell he wants to?
Well, not everyone can do that, but Brock can do that.
He really
almost
can.
has like that Mayweather effect where it's like you either want to see him get beat or you want to see him beat up somebody.
Yeah.
And either way, you're gonna still pay for that.
That's what I'm saying.
pay-per-view.
Yeah. And I used to be like that. Then I started really thinking about it. Well, how often does a title really change on a Monday night? How often
Rarely.
does a title really change on a regular, those little week pay-per-views?
world title?
See, this is what I'm trying to say. So like, then I started realizing, why does it matter if he only comes at the big pay-per-views? Because you guys know, all y'all sitting back, all you fanboys are always like, and fangirls are always like, the title's not gonna change anyway.
Yeah.
So why does it matter when he comes out and defends it? It don't matter, man.
Right.
When's the last time Seth's title has been really threatened?
Right. So I guess
What is
as a
that?
fan of a casual fan of wrestling, I'm just supposed to live with the idea of what I think Brock looks like because he doesn't wrestle every so
Well,
often.
I
I mean,
mean,
SmackDown, he had one match in 15 years.
There's a difference between casual fan and
Because it's
super fan.
SmackDown.
Okay,
Because if you're a casual fan, then you don't watch all the time. You might catch it once in a while.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that's different. So when
Okay.
you see Brock show up, it's a delight. Right, but it's a delight. But if you're a super fan, you watch every week.
Absolutely.
You know when's the last time you had a match. You know all those stuff. So it's going to irritate you a little bit more.
Okay.
So that's the difference. And I honestly believe WWE is not catering to the super fan. They're catering to the casual fan.
And this is what super fans don't realize is you guys. There's a market for you guys. They love you guys. You're diehards. But it's just like the Super Bowl. Super Bowl and catering to super fans. They're catering for the casual people, the new people that are not into football, and they might see football for the first time. Same with Why do you think WrestleMania had Floyd Mayweather? Why do you think WrestleMania has all these men? I'm just letting people know that's the facts, man. Y'all are not putting money in WWE's bank account.
I get that.
No, actually, they are.
Kinda.
The super fans are because those are the ones who pay for the network, regardless if the shows are bad or not. Those are the ones who buy the shirts. Those are the ones who buy all the stuff.
I disagree.
continually.
I think it's a casual. The super fans are like streaming from
3 different people's thing.
China.
You don't think the super fans are paying the $9.99?
No, I
So
think
you
they're
think a
streaming.
casual fan
I
is
think
paying
I think
$9.99?
You're right about
actually
that. You're right about that.
I think casual fans will buy at the shows. The kids will go to a show and buy the T-shirts
But
and
who's
all
paying
this
the
stuff.
network? $9.99.
The diehard.
It's a mix. It's a mix because I still think a lot of the really, really diehards, they're
Okay.
streaming, they're finding some
No.
third,
Let's
fourth
break it down.
sources.
So you have Amazon ranging
Yeah.
anywhere from $20 to $50. You have Netflix, which just raised to $15.99. You have what's it called? Hulu, which is also about also $50-something, and you have all these other networks. So out of all those networks where you can watch different shows, different genres, all this other stuff, a casual fan is on top of that gonna pay $9.99 for the WWE network.
No.
Exactly. Super
But as I
fans
say,
will.
they don't even have that. They're always
Let-
talking
let-
about subscribers dropping out.
Let me be clear. There's always room for the super fan. I've been watching wrestling since I was 5 years old. But what I'm trying to say is they want to cater to the casual fan.
Right.
Right.
That's where they feel their money is. That's where they feel their bread is.
That's the extra money that they're getting. The super fans always going to be there. The casual fan,
That's
they're going
what
to
they
get them
need.
with the Mayweathers. They're going to get with all these
Yeah.
gimmicks because now they're bringing in more money. The super fans always going to.
And they know that. That's why they don't care about y'all's opinion.
Right.
So stop.
Well, good point. But like, here's a casual fan question. So when Brock did the F5 to Seth on the ambulance, that was definitely
Gangsta.
flirting with the PG-14 thing.
Flirt. He beat the brakes off him.
blood and stuff like that. Do you think it's going to be a new era for that more edgy content with other promotions?
In the last hour, for sure.
Yeah.
Clearly, see what happened in the last hour.
Okay.
Seth
Yeah,
Rollins-
I think we've seen signs of it the last few weeks.
Seth Rollins got the brakes beat
So
off him.
T. Lee says I'm a diehard. I'm a diehard and I faithfully
right.
subscribe to the network.
I am too.
I'm a diehard and I use my brother's network, so it goes both ways. Yeah, man.
Well, you can have two streams at once. I know
Yeah,
this.
so my baby brother's kind enough to be like, yo, Mac,
What's
I
your
got
baby brother's
you.
name?
Drew. But
Shout out to
Shout out to Drew Mack and Heidi Mack and Barry Mack. All the Macks.
Before we-
Bernie Mac, rest in peace.
Oh,
All of them.
God.
All the man, before we move
Shout out to
on, my
Barry
man
Mack,
Jim
girl.
Alexander, you could have promo about AfterBuzz and British show AfterBuzz.
Yeah. That's a show. That's a show that many of you watch out there, the Raw and NXT shows. So thank you for subscribing every week, all of you loyalists, and some of you that skip over on Tuesday nights have nothing to do with your lives. But it's okay because you can, whenever you watch Raw, you can just press that subscribe button. It's right there for you. You can comment. We can read them right now, Mac. What they're saying.
Killing it.
Yeah, they're live in a chat, so definitely be part of this. And if you are listening, if you're a car listener, and you're all about downloads because downloads are big, you can definitely give us a 5-star rating and also comment there and download if you want to, because some people on Tuesday nights like to check those downloads. So that's important. Yeah, downloads. That's what it's about these days. But anyways, as always, what's up?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mon. Shout out to Michael Blake. Oh, racist fan.
Rocky Empire.
Murph, what's good, baby boy?
Some new people,
Shout out
huh?
to Flobo in the chat.
Hey.
Michael Blake of Straight Facts. T. Lee, what's good, baby? Charlene, what's good, boo? Star Drew, Johan Pena, Bosa, Wong,
You got the memorized?
Dylan.
Oh yeah, he got.
The regulars.
So wait, are you Evan
They're
Mack now or
loyal.
are you D Evil now?
I told you that promo was so long and ridiculous. My persona of the evil.
He did do that.
I was like exercising. Matt came back.
Yeah, Matt
like
came
I'm
back.
back. Like,
Hey, what's up?
He's back.
Okay.
It just like came up. I was like, what is happening? I gotta take the gavel. The gavel switched me back to Evan Mack.
Oh my goodness.
Proud of the gavel. So moving on to the Raw Women's title division, so we're definitely getting this Becky Lynch versus Natalya thing. It started with a match against Alexa Bliss, who faked an injury, and during the match with Nick Cross, Alexa Bliss attacked her afterwards, and Natalya put her in the sharpshooter. Now here's the crazy thing. There was a backstage promo where a potential submission match was teased for SummerSlam, but then Natalya's like, you're not man enough to accept, so I'm not going to do it. What's going on here?
Submission match.
There has to be, right?
You know Becky Lynch. She's gonna be like, please, let's do that.
I feel kind of weird the man can be so easily manipulated, though. I feel like her character would be like, oh, come for my Betsy.
But they also, but they also,
Just like that. Yeah.
but they also play with the whole stereotype of the Irish hothead though. They play with that a lot though.
Okay.
They do.
True.
They play that up a lot where she's easily goaded because she's Irish and she's fiery.
Right.
And she's ready to always
They
accept a challenge.
Yeah, they play with that a lot. So she's definitely gonna accept that challenge.
Well, I just like the fact that it's not Charlotte. It's like Becky Lynch against Charlotte. I like the fact
Yeah,
that
there's no
somebody
triple
different.
threat. Absolutely.
And it's also somebody that's been in the game for a long period of time, has skills. So I'm looking forward to this match. It makes sense during SummerSlam, and we actually don't know what's going to happen because the fact that it is in Toronto.
We do know what's going
You
to
think
happen.
Natalia's going to get the belt?
But if they have her tap out,
But that's what I'm saying. It's in Natalia's hometown.
It doesn't matter. Natalia's getting like the freebie here by getting a match in her hometown for the title.
Because
That's good enough.
traditionally WWE they make you
lose.
lose in
Yeah.
your hometown. It's actually the opposite.
Right.
They don't let you.
Yeah.
Come on, that's why they hold the Montreal screw job and all so on and
Right.
so forth. Like they don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm
Lacey
very
Evans
worried.
was built for 3 months and then she lost 3 consecutive times, and you're telling me we're gonna see Natalya
I'd be
out of nowhere?
very happy.
Well, this
win
will
the
be her
title?
last,
No.
like her. If she gets
Her
the title,
last
this will be
run.
their last run.
Seriously.
Given the fact that there's so many people in NXT, so many
true.
people like they're just adding more people to the potential roster.
But I don't think it'll be
true.
off of Becky. I don't think she's going to drop it to Natalya. That's going to be a big title change once she drops it. It's going to be
who?
someone who's going to be
like
really
Ronda
put
or something
over.
like that, or
To who? Say
It
Ronda's
should
not
have been
there.
Lacey. It should have been Lacey.
Other than Lacey, then who else?
Good point. Got it.
Raw
Alexa.
Women's
Give it
division-
back to Alexa.
Well, okay, that's my next question though. After
Flobo don't like that.
After Alexa's antics tonight, is this the end of Alexa's push, or are we still trying to establish her cunning intelligence? Because I feel like she was kind of like a sideshow character tonight.
No, well, I think with
It's
the-
setting up to.
I think the great thing about Alexa, because she's so good on the mic, and her skills are, I mean, compared to Natalya and compared to some other folks, her skills are not there, but it's better than some others, if that makes sense.
I get it. I mean,
Flobo
she's a
does
character-
not like Alexa Bliss.
She's a character, but
But-
the thing is, recently you can tell she's being protected. She's not doing much in the ring. It's mostly rest hold. Something's up there. I don't know what
Well,
that
maybe
is.
she's still injured. Maybe
Yeah.
they're still protecting
It
her
was
from
a head
whatever she was
injury,
in.
right?
Yeah,
I think so,
what
yeah.
she was injured from. However, that's what I'm saying. With Alexa, you can use her whether she has the belt or not. She has those skills to either love her or hate her. Whereas a lot of the female wrestlers, some of the female wrestlers don't have that. They haven't perfected that.
Sure.
And not everybody can, female wrestler or not, and everybody has that.
Yeah.
So Alexa has that. So either way, if she gets the belt or not, or she doesn't get it this run, they can do a run in the fall. Like, they could place her in anywhere.
She's the MVP of the Raw Women's Division. Simple
I don't
as
know that.
Who
that
is
Alexa.
Alexa,
Now,
because
Flobo don't like Alexa.
I don't say I
Because
don't
they
like
can-
her.
No,
I know.
just-
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just like, look, man. She
Elaborate on that.
So
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss is a good story about going to business for herself in a good way, right? So she was on NXT, she was on the edge, she was kind of like forgotten about, found a way to get herself over.
Went heel.
Her moveset's pretty solid. I mean, she's found a way to draw out the best out of Nia Jax. I will give credit to that. That
angle was really good.
It was good, but injuries aside, I really felt that we are suffering from overexposure. We don't have to have a moment of bliss every week.
I
we
do.
don't have to have her wink every week.
I don't agree with that.
We're putting in her matches, and we're seeing more and more. She's doing more and more rest holds and doing things to draw things out. I don't see it's exciting anymore. So you can put the belt on her, fine. Then what? Oh, she has a belt. Come get it. We've seen that with Ronda. We've seen that with Becky. We need another kind of character from a fresh angle. That's what I'm worried about. That there's going to be one in line or something else like that.
Now, do you guys agree with
See, but
Flobo?
the thing with Alexa that makes her a little bit different than Ronda is that Ronda has, based off the UFC and everything, she has that badass appeal. With Alexa, she can, even though we consider her a heel, if you're just watching for entertainment value and you just go by looks, she's small, she's tiny, she's this blonde, oh my god, she can go either way. She
Yeah,
can be this
I see.
woe is me cute girl, and then she can be this, yeah, you thought I was cute, but I'm actually gonna beat your ass.
I get
so
it.
like she can go either way, whereas Ronda, she couldn't play that. She can't go between that and make it believable.
Plus Alexa on the mic. She's fire on the mic.
Oh, yeah, well, I go without
easily
saying.
the
She's
best
obviously
on
the best
that
talker.
Yeah.
roster from the women's
I'll give
division.
her the credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
But moving on, the OC are now the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Triple threat match against the Revival and the Usos. This is the new era for the new OC.
Okay,
Jim?
I keep on thinking of them as like OC with Misha Barton, all that. Every time we yeah, exactly. That's a bad name.
It
That just
terribly is.
it's a horrible
Trash.
Just find it, whatever. Call him anything
dude.
else besides the OC. You know, I'm just thinking of Orange
Trash.
County and all those.
That's all I think about when I hear
Yeah,
that.
it's
Orange
like,
County.
Orange County.
there's fine girls there,
How
but not much else.
about the club, though? How about the club?
Call them the club.
about
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, they're over. I guess it's okay to give them the titles at this point, but you would want the Revival to hold it for a little bit longer, just when they were getting established.
No.
They just don't believe in him. They just don't believe in him for whatever reason, but...
Because they're vanilla. They're boring.
They're
I love them, but they're boring.
Yeah, that's that school of wrestling.
And
It's not what we're in right
and
now.
I love that they're holding on to that. They literally are their favorites. When I was fortunate enough to interview them, guys, it's not a game to them. Like they're that persona, that respecting and paying homage to the old school wrestlers of old. They live that. This ain't no gimmick. They actually live like they literally going out paying. That's why he knocked homeboy out that put his hands on Bret Hart.
Right.
Man. Like they respect the old garb. But they're not connected to that anymore for some reason. People are not.
That's the thing. You have to make a decision, right? So you want to pay respect, that's fine.
Yeah.
But also realize that that's not the era we're in at the moment.
true.
And if that's the case, then you're sacrificing not being at the top.
It's true,
And
bro.
they might have you got the belt for a little bit, but you're not gonna have it the whole.
It's
the
tough,
whole,
man.
the whole
They're
way-
a
whole way
different
around.
flavor for someone. Like,
Yeah.
if you have like someone who likes to describe moves and break down every move set, then
Oh, yeah,
they're
for sure.
good for
They'd
that.
be good on
you know?
SmackDown. Yeah, they'd be good. It's a good SmackDown.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Because I look at like I know most of the Watch Raw show don't watch NXT UK, but Imperium or the Ring Kampf group are pretty much the same thing. They're just respect the ring. These are the rules. We're old school, and it works for them. But for them on the Revival on Monday night, it seems like, all right, guys, eat your vegetables. And,
it's true. It's not. It's not a bad thing. Like I said, I love the Revival. I just know why. When they come out, no one's ever barely booing or cheering.
Well, they tried to change their personality with the Shane thing. Don't you give them credit for that?
No, because they're always like that. Watch them on NXT. They're gimmick. I don't have to say they're gimmick. They're just really good at how they talk and like they're the best in the world, top guys. That's their thing. I'm telling you.
But they weren't that before. Like 3 months ago, they were just completely bland and plain.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I liked them when they were in the shirts and having the belts. Very Four Horsemen. Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I think they were like that at NXT. I think y'all missed. I think they were just exactly like that. Like doing the cutting promos and stuff. Yeah. When they had a chance to cut promos in the backstage and they were having those matches against Chad Gable and Jason, they were just really good. Yeah. And he's whack, but it's like, but like you know, he's gonna talk about vanilla, brother. Yeah. You want to talk about chocolate being vanilla? That's bro, for real.
I like Jason Jordan. He's cool.
Is he coming? Is he's backstage, right?
I guess.
I seen him backstage when we
went
off
both.
How you gonna like Jason Jordan? You like Chad Gable?
I don't say I like Jason Jordan. I don't mind Jason Jordan.
What the hell? Then why do you like Chad Gable?
Don't get me started. I already explained like some
we know that story.
I'm not going to Chad Gable.
That makes no. That you want to talk about?
He doesn't like his face.
You talk about that's right. You don't like his
See?
face.
That's what's up. Good job. Real quick, Ricochet is not the number one contender for the United States Championship. I didn't think he was going to win this match. So, two questions I have is Cesaro's push a push and it's over? And do you think Ricochet is going to win at SummerSlam? I have some questions here.
It's one of those things like talent-wise, yes. But because the one thing is, when you have the belt, it's like you have to be able to talk on the mic, or you have to have some type of gimmick where it brings people in. And he just doesn't have that.
That's what
so
it's
like he has the belt. He has the belt. It's like, okay, the talent's there, but they're not even allowing him to be the full capacity of what he can do in the ring. Right. So it's like we're not even seeing that. And people, like I said before, a couple weeks ago or whatever, people who don't know him from the Lucha Underground thing, you don't even know what he's capable of. So you're just seeing, okay, well, like he looks like a wrestler,
right?
But
I'm telling you though, it's an injury thing, man. This is why they're taming him. That dude did some stuff at Lucha Underground that he's lucky he got away with, man. Yeah. Listen, I love people that like that stuff because I do too. But look at Matt Hardy's body. Mm-hmm. Look how his leg looks. All that stuff is cute. Everybody, attitude error, flipping off stuff, jumping through barbed wire. Ricochet is a commodity, man. Yeah, sure. I am telling you, if you don't think they sat his ass down in the office and be like, bruh, yo, bruh, you at like 175? Yeah. I need you to bring that like 100.
Yeah.
And Ricochet, 75. But why? Lucha Underground. But why, man? I'm Ricochet. They were like, yo, bruh. They're like, yo, bruh.
Which is fine, but then you
I'm
have
just
to
telling you.
No, I understand that, but now if you take away that element, you have to add to it. So it's like if let's say everything that he was doing, included Lucha Under, is at 100%, and they're like, you need to tone it down. So you need to bring it down to 50%.
Just from high risk maneuvers,
right? Where you need to refill that 50% with something else, either it's mic skills or whatever.
But does he have the mic skills? That's the question. They've tried.
He's boring, man.
But that's where the problem is. Boring, if you give him the belt, there's nothing that's entertaining for you to either want him to have it or want him to lose it, and that's going to be the problem.
Because I think he's dope. I just think they know he's a star, and I know Heyman wants to push this kid, and I know they're thinking about injuries, man. They're thinking about his body.
Which is smart,
man.
actually. It's smart. They're looking out for his long term.
I like Ricochet a lot. My always concern with him on the main roster is that I don't want him to be turned into how they treated the Evan Bourne character, where it's like, oh, you're the punch kick, shooting for press guy.
Evan Bourne was flames.
Matt Sydal's amazing. He still is, But I felt like when he was on the Raw roster, it was like, yeah, you're the shooting stars press guy.
That's exactly what it was.
I'm going to fly. I'm going to whatever his song was. It was weird, but I got real quick about Cesaro. I thought he was going to win, but he didn't. So.
No. We know what Cesaro is. We know what he is.
Yeah.
He just occasionally he'll win a match here and there, but he's mostly to make others look good.
He's Dolph Ziggler now, 2.0.
Yeah,
workhorse.
For now, and what's wrong with that? Like, I mean,
that's fine.
If you put your time in the company and the company's like, look, we're not gonna like use you as often as we used to. Now you can that gives you time to do something else, or that gives you time to relax, or that gives you time to heal up your body because you do get older, and with age you can't be doing all these crazy stuff. I love my calf being jacked up in a sprint, but you can't.
That calf
I know you can't be doing all that crazy stuff and you still getting the same paycheck.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is going to be his last hurrah. Like, if they come out with a good angle, or if he has that time off to come up with a good angle and tells them, they're going to use it.
He's like what you call like a Swiss Army knife, no pun intended. He can do a lot of things.
It's true. Yeah,
he can do a lot of things, and they can use him storyline-wise in a lot of ways. So he's always there. He's flexible when it comes to like booking and working in the ring. So that means he could have that run, but maybe not, because at least he gives them options.
Sure.
One thing.
I'm high Cesaro.
I love Cesaro.
I know, man. But now it's time for my favorite part of the show. Is that sweet, sweet sounds of TK's booty.
Am I dancing? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I dance.
Give it up, TK's booty.
Oh my god, he does a spin? That's what we doing now?
Oh yeah.
I see you, Jim.
You can find TK's booty only on the Monday Night Raw and NXT After Show's premiere content. Here we go, Jim.
Oh my goodness! So TK's boudoir. Oh well, let me just clarify this. If you go back in the facts, you can check the tape. Christian Rowan, I was on SmackDown, so thank you, Christian, for having me on SmackDown. I was on SmackDown. I was like, this is a really cool segment. I'm going to do a segment like this. I didn't ask. I just said, this is what I'm going to do. On top of that, Evan made the connect, and somebody actually made a song, which you don't have. So TK's Boudoir...
There's a closet that he has, no?
There's a closet. And TK's Boudoir is also sponsored by Center In Skincare and Candles. So that means anybody who's watching or listening to the show can go to AfterBuzz, go to centerincompany.com, put in AfterBuzz TV, the code, and you get discounts. I don't know if you can get that with Christian Rosenberg or the closet.
I don't think
You're just getting, shirts, which is fine. But if you want something to help your skin and center in and all that good stuff, you can go to centerincompany.com to get all that. So in the boudoir today is Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander.
You look fine.
And just for Jim, Alexa Bliss.
Hell yes.
Can I ask somebody the boudoir?
Mandy Rose.
Can you
Go
add?
on, Mr. DeEvil.
Oh boy.
Man, we got listen. That's another thing with this. This crazy, man. This whole Raw panel, man. We got fans from all over the world, man.
That is true.
We got fans from Australia, man. We got fans in Portugal, man. We got fans all over. Man, there's this beautiful girl that lives in Australia, man. Her name's Emmy. Watches us all the time.
What?
Thinks we the best show in the world.
You're in Australia.
Okay.
And listen, and shout out to Emmy. Emmy fine as hell. So listen.
Wait, whoa. I didn't hear about this.
This is new. This is breaking news. No,
You
but
know I'm into Australia.
Emmy was putting us over. She put over Flobo. She put over TK. She put over Jim. She put over
hell yes.
Mackie. She said this the best show. This the highlight of her week. This the highlight. So shout out to Emmy all the way
Shout out to Emmy.
down under.
Shout out to Emmy is in the boudoir.
Hey,
How about that?
Boom.
Sight unseen in the boudoir. Bang.
Look at that. That's a fine.
She fine as
right
hell
there.
though, man.
Hey,
I've never been to Australia before.
Let's see this.
I'm just saying. All right.
This is a long ass flight.
Dylan,
man.
get Emmy stuff.
Like I want to go to Australia. Everyone's like, yo, you gotta go. I go, bro. I checked that flight. That flight, you cannot avoid it being 20-some hours.
What?
And bro, it's like 20-some hours.
I bet you Dylan's gonna connect us to Emmy. If
Yo,
you need
Dylan,
it.
man, can you find a shorter route? There's like a wormhole to get to Australia.
I always wanted to visit Canberra. But tonight we had our first ever pregnant 24/7 champion, Maria Kanellis.
History made.
This was a weird one. It was a mixed tag team match. It was sanctioned, which is weird because it's 24/7.
Right.
Which truth pertains, but then after a pileup, the person just stole the belt and became champ. And Mike Kanellis did, and he had to lay down to have his pregnant wife. Okay, now
And then we saw not Brock.
Braun.
Bro, you saw Braun. What was that
weird.
about?
That was weird. Yeah.
So a question. I have a question for you guys. One, what? And two, the pregnant champion. I mean, is someone going to take it off of Maria? That's a question I have.
Yeah, you know where this fits in? I actually like this. Not only does it end the Drake Maverick true think it was getting stale and old, it's something crazy and weird, but this could lead into that storyline of who the potential father of the kid is, right? Maybe you have an angle where he pins her and gets the title.
Oh my gosh.
So now
that is a crazy bedtime story you would tell a kid about how
You dug deep for that one.
Hey, yeah, but this is something now that's the only way they could take the title off of her. No pun intended.
Sorry.
Not Mike. It's her baby daddy, and then that's the reveal to the Mike storyline. You have two storylines been out of that.
Oh, I thought something totally different. This would be like where she has the belt, and this is where we leave off for a moment. You can pause on it because she's the pregnant woman with the belt, and nobody's going to be pinning the pregnant woman. Right. So we might not see the belt for a couple weeks, which is fine.
I like that idea.
And then you can reintroduce it, and then start it up again. It's like we need a little bit of a break from that.
But listen, Talise P, shout out to Talise P, says Corbin's gonna take the title from Maria.
Oh hell no, not my guy. He's taking
He is
Universal Championship. We're not
ruthless.
messing
Oh, you thinking okay? I'm just saying that because that's a ruthless angle. I like that though.
That would be. I mean, you would fit, but he's way over the
Only
top.
man's gonna fit a pregnant woman for a championship.
But no, you can cuddle with her and pin, right?
No, that's not TVMA. We're not doing that. That's terrible.
That would be. I would write that angle. I
wouldn't like that as like
You write the pregnant woman? Oh lord, because they're already skating it a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that angle as like
You don't
a
think
husband and wife. Another man's gonna cuddle with my pregnant wife.
They're already open to all possibilities. You've seen those two. Those two are really one thing you got to give them credit to. Just like Drake Maverick, they really are open to any possibilities. They have no limits, which is good for them in a sense where it gives them more to work with, and they feel comfortable. I think that's a good thing about them, that they're cool and open to ideas. Everything.
I guess so.
There's only one PG answer I can think of, and that's someone pinning her while she's sleeping, the little fingertip on the shoulder. Otherwise, it's creepy. But
that's true.
We've talked about this
Cuddling. It's my favorite
before
thing.
about Mike Kanellis just getting lower and lower and lower. Today he laid down for his wife and she pinned him via heels.
But he's been getting lower forever.
Right. So the question I have for you is there a bottom of this?
Oh hell no!
Or is he going to do even more depraved stuff?
They'll figure out something, but it doesn't get much lower than just laying down.
The moment he said yes to when they came back and he took her last name, that was the start of it, and he continued saying yes. Like that was the door. That was the opening door to everything.
I think it works sense. Kanellis sounds like a dope.
It's gonna get pushed for it,
which is fine, but.
Sure.
Let's ask the married man. I don't know. I don't know which way you're gonna go. The married man in the room, and Heidi said, "Look, we gonna go." What's Heidi's last name?
My last name.
See? Point taken. All right. Moving on. Real quick.
Haldeman's her maiden name, though.
Yeah. Really quick match. The Viking Raiders went over Cole Carter and Johnny James. Not a question in my mind about the Viking Raiders. They've been
Stop squashing people.
Yeah. That's my question. How do you keep them hot? How do you keep the Viking Raiders an attraction if they keep beating them?
I just think not disrespecting the young men getting on TV because if people know the layers of wrestling, that's a big deal for them.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big deal from them and how hard they're working to get even just to get squashed. It's like a thing they do. It's like a rite of passage and all this nonsense. I just think gone are the days.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah, I just think gone are the days that made wrestlers look good.
Yeah.
I think that was it's a remnant of a better time. It's a relic. It's an artifact. It is a fossil. That time where a guy could squash the guy you don't know, and then the Washington Generals and the Harlem Globetrotters. At some point, it does get annoying. Like they need to face people.
Right.
Sure. They need to face real tag teams. Squashing guys that no one knows does not make them look devastating because when you do see them up close, they're not that big.
And then on top of that, the locker room is packed. There's no
packed.
This is a great opportunity for wrestlers.
And I'm all about that. Always about that.
On the flip side, this is what we have NXT for, and this is what we have scouts for.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that might be a great opportunity, but there's enough people in the locker room to do that are way below the mid card where they're not doing anything.
If you want to just make them a tag team, or like guys, there's people in the back literally just twiddling their thumbs. So if you just put two guys together.
Yeah.
And the Viking Raiders beat them, at least they're credible, man.
Right.
At least EC3's getting out there or something like that.
Right.
Like
EC3 Bobby Roode.
Why not though?
I want EC3 Bobby Roode. That'd be the best tag team. For me,
and start something and start with them. And not necessarily they get beat. Maybe they take the Viking Raiders to a limit. Maybe they beat them. And making the Viking Raiders be like, oh, all right, hold on. We be getting sloppy a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. They're just I listen. When new wrestlers come out, NXT wrestlers, I always turn my volume up super loud every week, because like literally as loud as I can hear. And when the crowd hits, they do not get that much pop. They just don't. No. Yeah. Every week, no matter where they go, no one gives a damn. When they came out in NXT, people chanted war. The casual fans don't even know what the hell that's about. They don't even chant that. They don't even have a chant. Right. It's just stale.
They've had 3 names already.
And I love, and I think that hurt them big time. Yeah. And I love the Viking Raiders or the War Raiders or whoever the hell you want to call them Raiders. But I like them a lot. It's just I'm never talking about from my standpoint because I like them. But I know why people don't like them. That name change thing hurt them big time.
sure.
Man.
Yeah.
People didn't know what the hell to call them.
And the thing is too, how much the question now is the crossover between NXT and the main roster. Like, you're essentially passing over, these people. But when you graduate from, I don't know, elementary school to high school, your report card goes before you and all this other stuff. It's like, is there any discussion as far as what the game plan is? Because sometimes it seems like there's no game plan, whatever. It's like, oh, we want to move them up. They look like they're doing great in NXT, and now they get there and you're like, oh, we want to change their name 3 times.
Right.
That
Just tells me there's no set plan. They're in pause, right? They can't pause them, ice them off TV, so they're just keeping them on TV but doing nothing.
But
they're just literally showcasing them. That's all it is.
I think they're gonna do them versus the club. They have nowhere else to go with that.
Should do.
I know it's like kind of like 2 heels, and they like we can never do that. We can never do heel versus heel because the crowd doesn't know who to root for. Let the crowd cheer who the hell they want to cheer for.
They put the face of commentary. That's what they usually do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like let them cheer for who the hell they want. Set the angle your damn self. Control the situation. It's propaganda, man. Control the situation. Yep. Make them cheer for who they want to cheer for, or put the bird in Inception, man. Damn.
You are way more credible wearing a tie. I want to say that.
Right.
Like, yo, he's right, y'all.
The evil, man. The evil, man.
I got
The evil, man.
I got 3 burning questions for you guys. Question number 1. Tomorrow night, SmackDown is in Memphis. It's Jerry Lawler Appreciation Night. Trish Stratus is coming in too.
Trash!
Boo thing.
After shows aside, is this a sign that SmackDown is quickly becoming the A show for the WWE?
No, because they're working a feud with Charlotte probably. So that's just the only reason why she's doing that. And the whole Ziggler, it's
traditionally
just,
only Raw gets the special nights.
But listen, they're doing a little bit to showcase because we're getting close to October, right? So need to add some names now. But it's not something I feel like. I think there's a purpose for it. There's an angle for her.
If Les Gabby gonna be there tomorrow, he's gonna be the Asian.
Okay. Number 2. Samoa Joe and the OC were beating up Roman and Usos for a while. Do you think the OC would add a new member? And if they do, will it be Samoa Joe?
I don't want that. I want Samoa Joe on his own solo the promo god. Let me try to piggyback off that greatness.
No, I like I've been preaching for weeks if not months. Roman Reigns with the Usos, like I like that.
You know how we feel about that.
And then even when the Usos interviewed,
Row.
yeah, it was good. And then when you saw Roman Reigns with The Rock,
so great.
You're seeing a personality that you don't see in the ring.
Yeah,
I understand why we don't see that person.
This is what kills me. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy about that. This is what kills me about Roman Reigns because that's what Heidi said. We were at the house show and we were watching. She was like, because he was on another level of charm though. Like when people were like chanting Dean Ambrose's name, like we miss Ambrose, clap. He like turned to the crowd and was like, I miss him too, guys. Like he had personality. He completely does not. He turns it all off when he's on the show. I don't know why he does that because I think he likes. When you watch the interview with him and Dwayne, he says he likes that badass thing. He really likes to be that badass Samoan guy, but that charming, cool guy.
But
that's even cooler.
That's the angle, man.
But the Rock is, or Dwayne Johnson,
that's what I'm going
is the badass, charming guy.
Exactly. He literally. This is what Roman keeps missing.
That's the Rock. That's the Rock 24/7 on his Instagram, to his movies, 100%. To his interviews. Like he is that badass.
But that's
charming
what I don't
guy.
understand. I love Roman. I love Roman. It took me a long time to get on Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns, but he's missing the point there.
Yeah.
That's what made Dwayne so great.
Yeah.
Because Dwayne, you wouldn't mess with that big ass Samoan. He goes hard, but he's still got the $1 million smile.
Yeah.
Like, Roman, that's you, bro.
He's literally kissing babies. He's stopping out after the gym. He's inviting people to the gym. But then when Tyrese from Fast and Furious went on a thing, he went on Instagram and cussed Tyrese ass out.
He Samoaned up real quick.
And it was amazing.
All jokes aside,
no matter what Tyrese was going through, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, his mental breakdown was epic. No matter what Tyrese was going through, like Roman Reigns, The Rock said everything he needed to say and then went back to being The Rock.
And trust me, Tyrese don't want that work. That's the real
no,
that's
Tyrese
that's
when he stopped.
He don't want that work. Because that's 6'4", 265 pounds Samoan will beat the brakes off Tyrese.
Yeah,
sweet lady.
Why you gotta act like that? Last question for you guys real quick.
Have I told you that? Yeah, you better go back to that singing. He's like, yo, Walk, I'm a singer, bro. I'm a singer.
Shout out to
I'm a singer.
Shout out to Trey Redden.
Evan Mack,
bro. The Evil. Greatest hits. Stay evil.
I don't want no problems with that Dwayne Johnson.
SummerSlam is 2 Sundays away. 7 matches have been announced. Is there any match you're thinking that should be added on as right now? Go through the card real quick. Yeah, so we got Brock Lesnar against Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch against Natalya, Bayley against Ember Moon, Kofi Kingston against Randy Orton, Kevin Owens against Shane McMahon. If Kevin Owens loses, he quits. Finn Balor against Bray Wyatt or The Fiend, and then AJ Styles versus Ricochet. So 7 matches have been announced. Is there anyone that's missing or one you want to see besides your boy Baron Corbin?
Yeah, and Drew McIntyre against someone
We
legitimate.
need a tag team match.
Tag team match player.
They got time. But
Pre-show.
Yeah.
Do you think it's too fast to do Viking Raiders versus the Club, or you think it's gonna be something else?
For the
Way too fast?
SummerSlam, yeah. I would actually have.
What about the Club versus the Usos?
Yeah, that works.
That's probably what it is.
that
That's
works.
probably what it
If
is.
it's going to be a pre-show match, you can go Hawkins and Ryder because they'll totally roll over those guys.
yeah.
Maybe someone that starts.
Oh, they might pre-show him. You're right. They might.
And the Cruiserweight champion Drew Gulak hasn't had a match yet, so.
It matters.
Hey, he's doing pretty good in 205 Live. I don't know. They actually, my biggest problem with 205 Live was always
Nobody
the roster
watches it?
being so small, but they're actually adding people. So now people can actually watch it.
Is that on Tuesday nights also?
After
Sorry,
SmackDown.
no,
yeah,
turn
I'm
that
busy
into
Tuesday nights. I don't watch
feel
it.
it. I kind of feel like they should.
turn it to 250 live.
They should either like roll it into, because I think they did that at one point. Roll it into Raw. Where
They
we're
have
seeing
matches
it.
sometimes.
Yeah, like have the matches into Raw, so we know what's. Oh, when Enzo was there, we saw a little bit of that. I think when Titus was managing somebody, we saw a little bit of that. I feel like they need to do that a little bit more often. So for the people who don't watch it or don't have the network, there's still some connection with 205.
Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing more of those guys, and I know SummerSlam is 2 Sundays away. I'm excited for that, but it's now time to get the heck out of here. Jim Alexander, where can the world find you online or on the interwebs?
Well, they know where to find me. Where you always find me, Josh Tariff. You can find me with my finishing move on you, an RKO and a go to sleep, a move you know that you've been putting on people for the last 10 years. So go to sleep, JKO. At Rio Talker. What's up?
D-Evil?
Once again, I would like to apologize on the behalf of Christian Rosenberg or Josh Tariff. He knows not what he does. Being with you guys this evening, realize that you guys are the A show and the A brand of AfterBuzz TV and Raw. No problem. He does apologize. His serious apologies. You are far better than him. He knows he needs Gabby. Shout out to Gabby Loren. And can you follow Evan T. Mack on Instagram and Twitter? He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is cool.
Wow. Well, I'm glad I went from straight my airport ride, Flobo, straight to the studio, because this is an interesting. Anyways, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. If you want to find out what I've been doing this weekend, it's going to be on my website at tktrinidad.com. And definitely check out WPW Weekly. We have Kira Hogan on. It's going to be amazing.
She's amazing.
The girl on fire. I'm Flobo Boyce. You can follow me at Flobo Boyce on Twitter, at Flobito on Instagram, and Flobito.com. August 17th, New York City. I'm live on stage at the Greenwich Comic Club.
Haywood Mall, go out there and see my boy.
Yeah, so support your homeboy, right? Until next time, I gotta say, we'll buzz you later. Go to sleep.
Or kill.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.